Long ago, in the sacred forest of Lumbini, a small village located in the south of present-day Nepal, an extraordinary being was born who would change the course of history. Siddhartha Gautama, the son of King Shuddhodana, came into the world in a legendary and mystical setting. Queen Mayadevi, the mother of Siddhartha, conceived this blessed child in a dream during a period of abstinence. According to legend, a bodhisattva, a spiritual being on the path to enlightenment, manifested as a white elephant with 6 tusks and entered the queen's right flank with its trunk. A few months later, as Queen Mayadevi was on her way to visit her parents, she gave birth along the journey. In an extraordinary act, she delivered Gautama while standing upright, holding onto a tree branch. The week following his birth, the queen passed away, as was destined. A womb that has carried a bodhisattva cannot be occupied by anyone else. Such was the fate of this blessed queen. King Shuddhodana, the father of Buddha, called upon 8 Brahmins to predict the future of his son. 7 of them predicted that he would become a powerful and dominant king. But the 8th Brahmin recognized Gautama as the future Buddha, the one who would awaken to ultimate truth. However, the king did not wish for his son to embrace a spiritual path. He desired to make him a worthy successor, a great king. Thus, Gautama was raised within the confines of the palace, shielded from the external realities. The early years of Gautama's life were devoted to his education, as well as learning the martial arts according to Hindu traditions. He married at the age of 16 and even had a son. His life seemed predetermined, confined within the golden walls of the palace. However, one day, Gautama decided to venture outside the kingdom. He made a profound discovery that would mark the turning point in his life. He encountered the 4 sights: old age, sickness, death, and wisdom. These inevitable realities terrified him and propelled him to seek a spiritual path that would free human beings from their sufferings. Gautama renounced his royal heritage, abandoned his comfortable life, his family, and dedicated himself to an ascetic existence. Surrounded by companions devoted to spirituality, he practiced austerity and meditation, seeking truth deep within himself. For 6 long years, Siddhartha pursued asceticism, following the teachings of great spiritual masters. However, weakened by these extreme practices, he realized that this path would not lead him to the sought-after awakening. He then decided to renounce asceticism and focus on meditation. At the age of 35, Siddhartha Gautama sat beneath a Bodhi tree and vowed not to rise until he had attained ultimate truth, enlightenment, also known as nirvana. During this deep meditation, Gautama was tempted by Mara, the demon of death, who tried to divert him from his spiritual quest. But Gautama remained undisturbed, focused on his goal. His determination and spiritual concentration allowed him to reach the 4 stages of dhyana, the supreme meditative states. In the first stage, he attained indifference of the senses. Then, in the second, total concentration of the mind, accompanied by a sense of joy and happiness. In the third stage, only the feeling of happiness remained. And finally, by surpassing the 4th stage, Gautama reached a state of supreme purity where he discovered the origin of all suffering. Siddhartha Gautama proclaimed that he had attained nirvana, the ultimate understanding of the nature of human suffering and the means to transcend it. He was now Buddha, the awakened one. The second part of his life was dedicated to teaching his meditative insights that had led him to enlightenment. Through his words and actions, Buddha illuminated the world, offering a path of wisdom and liberation to all who sought the truth. Thus, Buddha was born, a bearer of eternal wisdom and a source of inspiration for generations to come. His journey from birth to enlightenment embodies the hope and possibility of transcending the sufferings of human existence.
This video on the story of Buddha is finished. I hope it inspires you to awaken spiritually and understand how important it is to have your own spiritual bubble. Watch more videos and subscribe to support our channel.